Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Sit Down Podcast.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Joel.
We never say that.
No, that's fine too. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this
Kaplunk.
video. We upload every week with new guests that we hang out with in the industry.
What's new?
Dude, there's a lot that's been going on since Moose Fest.
Yeah.
And
let's not go over everything.
No, not everything. But I do want to talk about some shows that are coming up in September that we're going to be hitting up or being in attendance at.
Yep.
Currently, the tickets that I have, shows I'm going to, is September 2nd. There's a Dead Levy EP release party at the Coors event, September 3rd. Remember the Wilderness?
Yep.
They're coming back. They're
Weapons.
playing with Weapons at the Coors event on the September 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be another Dead Levy show September 9th at the Exchange in Regina, and I believe Weapons and the Radiant are on that bill.
But the Radiant is also on the 23rd.
That's right. I got tickets for that one too. Like, holy shit, man. I've got
too.
tickets. I'm slinging tickets. No, just
and
kidding.
tomorrow I'm going to Rock of Ages in Prince Albert.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Doyle Fest, September 10th, 11th, 12th, I think. That weekend, whatever that is.
Yep.
There's a nice lineup there too. I don't think I can go for the whole weekend, but I'm definitely going to go on the Saturday. I'll be there on the Saturday, 100%. Old Souls are playing there. That's one that I want to be in attendance for at Doyle Fest. So congratulations. Eliza, consider this an invitation to come hang out with us on the show. You're doing so many great things out there in the industry and for music and kids and everything. Like I want to get to know you a little bit better.
She needs more recognition.
We all do, but
well,
yeah, no, I totally agree. I am in full support of everything you're doing out there, Eliza, and I hear so many good things out there. So consider this an invitation. We would love to have you come talk about the things that you're doing.
Absolutely.
So yeah, there's that mid-September, like you said, September 23rd, the Radiant. What venue is that one at?
The Cap.
At the Capitol?
Yep.
Yeah, so I do have tickets for that one as well. I'm going to be there. And off the top of my head, I'm sure there's something else. I just don't know if it's in September. I know November 1st is Blackstone Cherry and Steel Panther.
What?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We're totally going to that.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, man. That's been...
that.
That's November 1st or 2nd.
The Cult is coming to Saskatoon.
Interesting.
Yep.
Do you know when and where?
Yeah, you're putting me on the spot.
Blackstone Cherries at the Coors Event Center.
I'm going to go SaskTel Center for the Cult.
All right.
I think. And it's... I don't know.
Yeah.
Look it up.
So those are all shows that Mark and I are both, or one or the other, are going to be in attendance at. So, I mean, if you guys are out there, concert goers and stuff, like, you'll definitely run into us. We'd love to meet you if you're out there.
Say hi, we don't bite.
Yeah, definitely.
He looks grubby, I'm tall.
If you want to find me, I'm going to be front row center, right as close to the stage as I possibly can be.
I'm probably off to the side having a beer or something.
Yeah. Yeah. On his phone.
No. No, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
The only reason I grab my phone is to take pictures.
Yeah.
And that's just one picture for a set, maybe.
What do you do with those pictures that you take when you go to a concert?
I leave them on my phone, and then so Google Photos has a nice feature where it looks back in time. So now if I open my phone, there's a memory of, 2 years ago, kind of what Facebook does.
Yeah. But
this is only for Google Photos.
Gotcha.
So
what happens if you delete the photo? Does that still come up or no?
No. So yeah, that's kind of why I do it.
You want to know something neat about Instagram that I'm new to finding out? Is every story that you've ever posted since you started the account, you can find it.
Yep. It's in the
archive.
Yeah, but it's only visible to you.
Yeah, but then you could repost it again like 2 years later.
Yep.
That 15-second. I just figured that out, and I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, looking at some of the stuff I posted when I first got that account.
Oh man,
Oh, it's awesome.
how many stories do you have in there?
Lots, dude. I post like quite a few a day.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because I always just thought, oh, they're gone after 24 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, follow me, Joel V. Gaudet on Instagram.
You might see some old stories.
Yeah, there's a lot. If you're following Moose Fest or Funky Moose or me, there's going to be a lot of like similarities, overlap there for sure. But there is some different things. There's also like, you know, when you post on Instagram, not everything goes directly to Facebook stories. I freaking hate Facebook so much. I like never go on there. It looks like I'm on there because I do it through Instagram, but I miss so much stuff. Yeah, you're like, it's the same thing, but it isn't. It's different.
No. The platform is different for sure.
Yeah.
But the company behind it, still Facebook.
Kind of like Funky Moose Digital, Funky Moose Audio, Funky Moose Records.
No. Funky
Moose
Moose
Fest.
Digital, Funky Moose Records, and Funky Moose Radio are all under the Funky Moose Audio umbrella. Kind of like what Meta is for Facebook now.
Oh, I'm going to call you Zuckerberg.
Yeah, well, you know, first name's the same, so.
Yeah.
I just don't have the zeros in my bank account.
Yeah, no doubt.
I have zeros.
I
have zeros, but
all right, you guys, we're gonna dive into it. We've got a guest here. Mark and I had the pleasure of seeing this gentleman perform in Bellevue here. That was pretty cool. It was something that was organized. I don't remember exactly if it was like the CF BDS or if it was like the Centre Francophone or whatever it was.
That's the same thing.
Is it the same thing?
It is.
There you go. So that's probably what it was. What they did was they like to bring in artists to come and perform in our little French community here. So this gentleman's like, is he like Spanish / French? He's Colombian.
Yep.
Um,
I'm 99% sure because we talked about this. I'm pretty confident he's from Colombia, and he moved when he was a kid.
Well, we'll ask him. We'll ask him in the show. So we're gonna dive right into it. Join us. I hope I pronounce this right. I want to say Cristian de la Lune. Cristian
de la Luna.
De la Luna.
Yep. It's not French. It's Colombian. So
yeah,
it's
I'm definitely going to talk to him about it. So let's get into it, you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cristian de la Luna. So I'm happy to be here at this episode 132. So thank you guys for inviting me and awesome. I hope you enjoy.
The Sit Down Podcast is brought to you by Funky Moose Records. Funky Moose Records is an online record store. We sell new and used vinyl records, storage solutions like inner and outer sleeves, and cleaning supplies from, for example, Groove Washer. We also sell turntables from Audio Technica and speakers by Kanto. And if you're in the market for a record, how about this one? The Northern Royals EP. It is on gold splatter vinyl, and it's available at funkymooserecords.ca.
Welcome to the show, man. It's so good to see you again, even though it is virtual.
It's been a while.
Definitely.
So do you remember when you were in Bellevue?
Yeah, for sure. It was March, end of March.
March. Okay.
Right.
Because I was doing an Instagram story that we would have him on the show, and I said he was in Bellevue, and I drew a blank like earlier this year
as to when that was.
Yeah.
I had I got a few little videos of that night, man. I had so much fun that night. The music that you were playing that night, even though I didn't understand what you were singing, and some of it, just the vibe that you were presenting out there, projecting out to the audience and stuff, man, it was total feel good energy.
Yep.
Kind of like, I'll be honest, I was telling Mark earlier that
you are going to bring it up, huh?
Oh, I totally am. It was like the music that you're doing, it's really like that spicy kind of sexy vibe. You know, it puts people in the mood for a good time, if you know what I mean. And I really like that.
That's good. That's good.
Hell yeah, dude. I love it. So congrats to you. I recommend our listeners out there to check them out if you guys want to like spice it up a little bit. It's really good, man. I love it.
That's awesome.
I love it. How long have you been performing for?
Well, I've been performing for about 10 years. I had a band before. It's called La Luna de Santiago, and after a few years, I decided to do my solo project. And in 2018, I released Sabes, which is previous album. And yeah, we started doing tours, showcases around the country, and it's been cool. It's been pretty good. And we're now releasing a new album. It's gonna be the end of September. We'll release a single July 1st, and we're gonna release another single in a couple of weeks, about a week and a half from now. September 2nd. It's gonna be a Acuérdate, what was the first one, and Acércate No Muerdo. That's the second single.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah,
Do you know what that means?
I do not.
No,
I do not.
me neither.
What does that mean? What are
So
those
the
words?
first one is Acuérdate, which is remember, and it's a song, based, when you leave your hometown, right? And then all those memories that you think are like, going from one street to another, from one friend to another, or the first love. So just remember those beautiful moments in your life, to keep going, right? And our second one is let's get closer, let's get together, let's get together to heal. So that's a little bit on the line you
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I like it. I truly do. I'm a big fan for sure.
Thank you, man.
So are you located in Edmonton? That's right, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And
in St. Albert, which is like northern Edmonton, like outside of Edmonton.
Yeah. How long have you been there for?
Well, I've been in Canada for about 20 years, 22 years now. I lived in Quebec, so I speak French. I lived there for about eight and a half years, and it's been 12 years 14 years now in Edmonton region.
Right. When you moved okay, so you've been in the industry for about 10 years or playing for about 10 years and in Edmonton for about 14. So was there something in Edmonton that like gave you the inspiration to like pursue this as a career,
Yeah, well, I started to write music when I came from Colombia to Canada. I just, come to this country. It was winters are long. Then I started to write, and I performed a little bit back then in Quebec. But then is when I came to Alberta and realizing that again I left Quebec and it was kind of leaving Colombia too, right? Because kind of that nostalgia of finding a new culture, a new new environment that push you to write more, to perform more, to do a little bit more of you are, right? And it's a great scene here in Edmonton. There's great musicians, there's great festivals. So, and it's a very nice Francophone community, which I've been working with our Francophone community for as many years I've been performing. They've been very welcoming. So I started to do that here, to present myself more as a singer songwriter. I wrote a couple of songs in French, and then I was able to participate in events like in songwriting contests and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the way a little bit it evolved, and now I'm I'm doing it more seriously, more focused on my project, and I'm pretty happy about it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, dude.
So in which languages do you write?
Especially in Spanish, especially in Spanish, that's my first language.
Yeah.
And a little bit in French. I write in French also. And I have to say it's hard, to do it in French. I'm starting to do it more and more, and a little more in English too. I started to write in English too. Haven't come up with something, that I'm comfortable to sing, you know, properly and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a process, and you know, eventually it'll come up.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
I just
because learning a language to just speak is one thing, but then
to
to
create
write songs in that
Yeah.
language is a whole other thing, I think.
for sure. What's the name of that one song that you do, or that you did in Bellevue? And it's like da 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 da. Do you know? I don't know if that helps out.
I don't know which one.
I
What
got
tune
it.
is
I have a video of it, and I'll just let you listen to this real quick. Actually, if you're okay with it, I'll put a little clip of this in the show right now.
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
guys-
for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't able to hear it. That's
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a-
I
but it-
wish I
Anyway.
could sing. I would.
But I agree. It's one of those.
That was like one of
Yeah.
those feel good, happy time
Yeah, yeah.
kind of mood setting ones for sure.
I'm trying to think which one with that melody, you know, like. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyways,
Um,
dude, I was very happy that you were in our local community here that evening. I wish there was more people there. That's the thing in like rural Saskatchewan, small town, right? Like it's just, if you think about it, there's only like 100 people in Bellevue. So like I guess you had like a third of the town.
and then
there.
and then
Yeah.
if the show is mostly in French, then the people that don't speak French are like, meh.
Yeah. Oh, it's a French artist. But
Yeah. I was there.
Mark was telling me that you're actually planning. Did we talk about this when he came on already? That
No,
you're
not yet.
planning on coming back to Bellevue again?
well, there is after that tour, I got approached, you know, the same organization that built all this tour. So I'm coming back like September 8th. I'm not to Bellevue, but I'm gonna be near like Prince Albert. I'm gonna be in Prince Albert. Then I'm going down south. You know, I'm going to Pontakes, and then Moose Jaw. So because of that tour, people, you know, they thought it was good. So, you know, they say, well, let's come back in September.
Hell yeah, dude.
I was trying to see if I was able to do Bellevue, but they say, well, either Bellevue or Prince Albert. So there, you know, the lady organizes that, Soraya, she's
Yeah.
amazing. So she said, you know, let's go to Prince Albert and, you know, do a little soiree there. So yeah,
Is
For
that,
I'm
sure.
coming back there. I'm gonna pass through, you know.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Is that at Carrefour or whatever it's called?
Or EA?
I think there's a like a school,
Yeah,
like
that's
a French school. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Valois, and they have they call it Carrefour or whatever. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
For all you Prince Albert listeners out there, this is gonna be a show performance that you are not gonna want to miss. So
Even
September
if you don't
8th.
understand what he's saying,
You don't need to. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
That's I think that's what sucks me in and draws me to it. Like I like that, you know, that I don't know, like
You're shaking your hips, and you were like, I don't know. He can talk.
it's not
he can
like
be singing about death.
salsa, but
I don't
it's
know.
like, you know, that whole traditional vibe of it. I think it's the sexiest fucking thing ever, dude. I love it so much. And to have somebody like yourself, you know, I think we're about the same age, that's doing that and continuing that on in Canada here. I'm on board, dude. I love it.
I think he's.
Thank you so much, man. That's very
Well,
very kind
how
of you.
old are
Thank
you?
you so much. I just turned 40.
Yeah, I told you.
Okay.
Told you. Yeah, I'm gonna be 40 this year as well. So
Oh, we talked about this when you were in Bellevue. Oh yeah, I remember.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I'm so fucking on board. Like I highly encourage anybody in that Prince Albert area or whatever, drive an hour or two, you're gonna have a great time, a great night. And I'm gonna do
Thank you, man.
I'm gonna do my very best to be at that show as well. We were earlier we were talking about shows that we've got coming up in September, and I think we just added another one there that I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to hit up.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Like, I know I enjoy very much being on the road and meeting, the communities and the people. Those connections. Those is a special, connection you get with other people, and yeah, it becomes like a little, yeah, like a big family. So
100%. Yes,
yeah, that's
I
that's really
couldn't agree
cool,
more.
and yeah, I had to say, this projects like the ones you're doing right now, the things that build up community, build up, like attention to those small communities, and project, the arts, and uh, they're amazing. This is amazing. So bravo, bravo for that. Yeah,
Well,
that's pretty good, man. Pretty good. Keep
thank
keep
you.
it up. Keep it up. Yeah.
We're truly just fans of the music and the arts, and all we do is have guests on that we like to listen to, and like we like going to the shows, and we go to the shows. Like that's all this is. We're like,
And then the side effect of that is that we happen to promote the artist.
yeah, and just by talking about music that we like, other people get tuned into it. So like, hell yeah, man. Thank you for coming on the show. Like anything we can do, if at all, like if it's just me purchasing a ticket to go to the show, I'm in. Anytime you're in the area, mark my words, you will see me front row and center, dude. I will be there.
Unless it's
Yeah,
for
that's
a
super.
show you already have tickets for same day.
I've been known to hit up multiple shows in
Yeah,
the same day.
that's true.
So
That's true. So when you go through these French communities, are they usually the smaller shows, or is it also when you, I don't know how it is in Edmonton. Do you also play like festivals, big shows?
Yeah, usually that you I think you saw a trio, like
Yep.
drums and bass and guitar. So when we have like bigger events, like festivals around, like we were in for Canada Day, we were in Ottawa. We were invited to do Canada Day in Ottawa, and yeah, we had like the full band, so percussion and then trombone, trumpet, the whole,
nice.
Sweet.
the whole thing, and it's cool. It's a different vibe. It's less, like less
Intimate.
intimate, but it's a different experience. So it's more colorful, if we can say that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so basically, but I like a lot to tour with a trio. I think just recently we were in Ottawa. We were in Niagara Falls for the Canada Games. We're playing there, and then we played at the Franco Fete in Toronto, and we did as a trio, like a small set, in a big stage, and it was really cool. It was really cool because kind of these two worlds, right? These two sides of the project that we wanted to promote, or to have it running. So yeah, it's good. It's good. After Moose Jaw, we're going to Winnipeg. We're gonna be in Notre Dame de Lourdes, another community near Winnipeg, and then I'm gonna be at the Contact West, which is like a showcase for all the francophone artists in Winnipeg. Every year it changes. This year is in Winnipeg, so we're gonna be doing a showcase there and meeting a bunch of great artists too. There's and then also there's very very nice artists from Saskatchewan that I love. Like Ponte X. I don't know, have you heard of Ponte X? Mario
Yeah.
Lepage,
Yeah.
Viejo. So yeah, that is pretty good. Pretty good. I have the pleasure to meet all these, to be at all these communities, all these, and then see all these artists, around the country, and yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Cool.
No doubt.
So what I find is that when you and I go to shows, we have our own little community, I guess, where it's always a, hey, I know you. Oh, hey, I've seen you before.
Right.
And it's like that. But I think when you're more niche, I guess is the word, where you do French or non-English songs, then that community becomes even smaller. So I have a feeling that
Smaller or different?
I think, well, I think there are more English-speaking people in Canada than French-speaking. Am I right?
I don't know
Depends.
if I'd say that or
I don't know.
agree
Well, I
with
think,
it.
yeah, I think it's probably, the good thing about the type of music I do is like, um, it's like I've been playing with a lot with the francophone, but also with the Anglo, but the English, yeah,
Yep.
people
Right.
too. I've been touring a lot with the just in Alberta, for example, we're doing a showcase and we did a bunch of theaters, and so I guess it's good for me that I speak French and I could do these French, connect with people with their language, with the francophone community,
Mhm.
but also the fact that I do world music or music, like Latin music, and it's in Spanish and a bit of in French. I think that helped me to connect with this other bigger audience right there.
Oh, for sure.
So
Yeah. Okay.
so
I
it's
think it's
it's a different,
brilliant.
it's a different perspective. I know people that only sing in English, and then it's great, but there's so many artists that play in English, and so many,
Yeah,
uh,
what
uh,
separates you from what everybody
yeah,
else is
That's
doing?
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
100%.
And
No,
it's interesting to see, there's a lot of francophone communities out there, in like, they're smaller communities, but they're also very, very tight, very, very, they're together, right?
Yep.
And that, even if you have, I don't know, sometimes we went all the way to Yellowknife, we went to Hay River, Northern Territories. They had a small community. It was like 30 people. That was it. That was the whole community was there. So
right.
so and the connection you have to the community, the perspective you have, is amazing, because that's everybody. That the
Yeah.
francophone
Yeah.
community that was together.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me that's big. For me that's amazing. Like that.
I love that view on it. Like I've spoken to artists who are like not upset, but like I guess a little sad, if they're putting on a show and it's a 300 seat venue and they only get 100 tickets sold, like that, that can be damaging to one's ego kind of thing.
Yeah. They're a little disappointed.
Yeah. But if you think about those 100 people that showed up in attendance, like those are your regulars that are going to attend that show. So that is a community in itself right there.
And those are the people that have your attention.
Yeah. Yeah. And then for you to
Yeah,
pick up on that, and like you're the concert goer, this show is for you. I love how you can pick up on that and you don't
Yep.
let it bug you like, oh, there was only 30 people on it. You're thinking positively and you're like, but there's only 30 people in the community. So like I got the whole
yeah,
community
no,
here. Like,
exactly. No,
yeah, dude,
exactly.
that's perfect. I
It,
think your
it's
mind
nice.
is right in the right spot, dude. Like I
Yeah,
could,
no,
hell yeah.
it's interesting. Interesting. That is interesting. We did festivals with us, like, I don't know, thousands of people in front of you, and yeah, it's good. It's nice. It's beautiful. The vibe you can, and then you when the people just start jumping and dancing with you, that's very nice. But the connection, really,
Yeah.
it's hard to establish. And then they, oh yeah, nice, nice. They post a video or something like that. But then when you have these little communities, I feel it's different, right? It's like it's like very human, very, very close,
Yes.
very,
Yeah.
and that, I think, that nourishes you as an artist more than anything. That's yeah. At the end, that's what it matters.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A question I have for you is, when you came to Canada from Colombia, were you already speaking French, or did you only pick up French once you moved here?
No, I didn't. We didn't speak any French or English, nothing, just Spanish. So we
Oh, wow.
arrived in northern Quebec, in a town that's called Jonquière. Now it's part of a bigger community. It's called Saguenay, uh, and and yeah, we had to learn the hard way. It was intense. Just to tell you a little story about that. Probably I always tell the story in my shows. Is like, we went to this little motel. They receive you, they put you in a little motel while they figure out where to put you, where find
Right.
an apartment or whatever. So we were there with my dad, my mom, my three sisters, and my brother. And yeah, so gentleman will come up after the meal and say, "Voulez-vous du gâteau?" And then gâteau. That was the only word that was close to Spanish. So, but gato means cat in Spanish. So imagine you're in a country that you don't know language, and all you understand at the end is that they're gonna serve you cat, right? So
Right.
imagine the first 10 days you're there and you're like, where I am, like these Canadians are weird,
Yeah, eating
um,
cat.
eating
For
cat.
those
So
of you listening out there, if you don't speak French out there, gâteau is cake. So this
cake,
gentleman's
exactly.
asking
Yeah.
him for cake, and he's hearing like, "Do you want some cat to eat?"
So yeah, so for 10 days at that question, we were like, no,
Yeah, no, thank you.
my dad was like trying to protect us from. But the last day, my sister, the youngest one, she was like about 7 or 8 years old, and she was like, yeah. So the gentleman comes and asks, a question, would you gâteau? And then she was like, and then the guy leave to go search, find the cake and leave with a smile. Meanwhile, at the table, my dad and my mom, everybody was like, oh no, what's gonna happen? So you imagine that there's gonna be a dead cat on top of a table, and so then the gentleman finally, after a few minutes, arrived with a beautiful chocolate cake and put it on top of the table. And then my dad, gato, yeah.
Oh,
Bring it
that's
here.
hilarious.
So that's the way we learn French.
Oh, wow.
It was a nice experience,
nice
but
treat.
it wasn't easy. Yeah, nice treat, but it wasn't easy all the time.
It's funny now, but at the time, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
Frick.
I remember my wife is from here and she lived in Holland for 6.5 years. So when she moved there, my friends were kind of being dicks about it because they were like, well, you live in Holland now, so we speak Dutch.
Right.
They knew English.
And when
very
she's not around, they're talking English.
yeah, probably.
Right.
No, but so that's actually how my wife learned. What, especially one friend in particular, he kind of refused to speak English. Like if she was really confused and had no clue what he was talking about, he could say it in English to carry on. But my wife still talks about that helped in her language, because if everybody just keeps talking English to you, you'll never learn the language. So I think
it helps.
Diving into a community where the only language is foreign, eventually you'll learn it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Oh yeah, that's exactly. I think that's the best way of learning a language.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's lots of people that they go and take classes, and that I value that. But you go and live somewhere for like 6 months, a year, man, and nobody will speak your language. You learn it. You learn the language, and
I have it here too. Even though Bellevue is a French town, when I moved here, everybody knew that it didn't speak French, so everybody was always talking English.
Yeah.
And now, 14 whatever years later, I can understand French, but don't ask me to start a sentence.
Right.
Right. So, in one way, it's kind of like, well, I wish everybody would have spoken French to me, but now it's like, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Right on. There was you were talking about playing like as a trio, and I want to say I don't remember the other two. Do you remember the two gentlemen that you had playing with you in Bellevue? Do you remember their names?
Yeah, for sure. Rafael Frenet and Nathan Wallet.
That's right. That's right. And I want to say that Nathan, I believe, I'm not sure if he's an acquaintance or he played with King of Foxes at one point in time. Or does he play with King of Foxes?
I don't know if he's.
I think so. I know. Olivia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are awesome. We know who they are. I believe they're in Japan right now, currently.
No, I think they're back already.
Are they back?
I think. I don't know.
I saw that their music video just got nominated for some type of award, which is nice. Dope. Shout out to King of Foxes out there. I just saw that post today.
That's cool. Yeah. That's good for them. That they have a nice project. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they're good people, man. Definitely great people.
I like that. I like that new music video. I only watched part of it, but I like it. It's quirky.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't watch it yet,
It's a
but I'm going to now.
yeah, you should. It's a little weird, but in the good kind of weird.
Right.
You know, yeah,
I like a
watch
little
it.
weird.
Yep.
I like it.
Nice,
And
nice.
right. Nice. So you're just at your homestead there right now, or
Yeah,
are you at the
it's my
lake?
place. No,
Okay.
no, this is my place here in St. Albert. Lots of
Right on.
trees around, so it's cool.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
Quiet
doubt.
and relaxing. Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Freaking
Yeah,
right.
so yeah, it'd be awesome. You know, we see you guys in Prince Albert like in a couple of weeks, and yeah, looking forward to start that tour again. Did you know that finishing that tour, we were supposed to play in Moose Jaw the last last 2 days, like Moose Jaw in another place, and Nathan got COVID,
Oh,
so we have to cancel the tour. He stayed in a hotel in Regina for like 6 days, and then we
What?
drove back. Yeah, because
I
he
didn't
was
know
really sick.
that. And
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
after the show in Bellevue.
So we did Bellevue, then we did Saskatoon, Zenon Park, Prince Albert.
Right.
Then we
Right.
did Gravelbourg, and then we're going to do Moose Jaw, and then he tested
Oh
positive for
no.
COVID, so we had to cancel that one, and there was another date in Manitoba that we had.
Right.
So yeah, but the sad part was leaving him in a hotel in Regina by himself. You know, it's like, well, dude, you stay there.
yeah.
Yeah.
See you later.
So yeah, see you later,
So
man.
did you go back to pick him up, or did he?
No,
How did
he
he get back?
then he flew back. you
Okay.
know.
Right.
Yeah, he flew
Right.
back.
So this
But yeah,
show coming up in Moose Jaw is kind of like the redemption
exactly.
show, right?
Yeah,
To make
Ah.
up for it. Oh hell yeah, dude! I think you're gonna love that town. I actually,
Yeah.
I would always like drive through Moose Jaw to get to like Regina or whatever. I never really like stopped in Moose Jaw up until maybe a month ago, where I spent the night in Moose Jaw and went to a show, and that there's like a nice strip, specifically where I was staying, and dude, that town is just beautiful. There's so much like nostalgia there
Al
and
Capone.
a good vibe.
Al Capone country.
Yeah, like, and there's like the Al Capone tunnels and all that kind of
Have you
stuff.
been in those tunnels?
No, that was
Oh.
the only time I like went into Moose Jaw, and I
Okay.
just kind of like walked up and down that strip, and it was beautiful, man. There's a lot of cool stuff there.
There's
for
an
sure.
ice cream shop there. Man, the ice cream is amazing there.
Mm.
It's on
Yeah,
the
you know that
on that corner.
that day when we were there, we found out we were already at Moose Jaw, and then we went to this. I don't remember the name of the restaurant, but it's like a Indian restaurant. That was the only thing was open when we were going through there. So we were like, Indian, do you want Indian? I'm not sure, man. No. Then we went in. Oh man, it was incredible. It was incredible, man. I was like, I couldn't believe it. It was incredible, you know.
Yeah.
So I always remember Moose Jaw because of it.
Right.
of
So
the
are you gonna
restaurant, yeah.
are you gonna eat there when you go back?
Oh, definitely yes. Well, if I would like to see if there's any other places to eat, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But at that time was perfect, you know. It was
Freaking
Indian
right.
restaurant in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Very-
That
I'll
was the
take
time.
I'll take Indian food any day over a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
me too. But yes, you know, I like, but it's good to because I'm not a connoisseur about their Indian cuisine. So it's like sometimes I try stuff and it's like terribly bad because you don't know
Yeah.
how to mix one thing with the other. But once you go with someone that knows, you know, it's like you pick this, pick that, you know, take this, you're gonna like this with that. Then you know it's kind of cool, you know, kind of interesting.
yeah.
But by myself, you know, if you're touring, I like to play it safe because you know you don't want to have a stomach problem after, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to
next
cancel
show,
Moose
you're
Jaw
like,
again.
When you're doing the tour, like when you went to Toronto, or I mean to Niagara Falls and stuff, are you like driving there or are you flying there?
So what we do is usually we fly into the bigger city, and then we either rent a van or someone lends us a van, and then we drive around. this tour we did, I went to Toronto. We played a gig in Toronto, like a festival. Then we took the train all the way to Niagara Falls. Played in Niagara Falls, took the train back to Ottawa because we have like about 6 home like concerts, at home, with
Right.
people. They have
Yep.
like in the backyard,
Yep.
which was really cool. It was like 35 people in a little house, and in the backyard. It was really cool. We went all the way back to Gatineau, northern Gatineau, to a little lake house, and it was incredible. But yeah, usually fly to the biggest city and try to, rent a van or rent a car, or
Yeah.
and do it from there. From this one, from Saskatchewan, I'll take my car from here. We won't fly from here because it's probably easier to take the car and than renting a car in Saskatoon, for example, or renting a car in Regina. So it's better just to do the drive, and the drive is smooth. Summertime the drive is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the cruise control, man, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get a Tesla and just hit the button and just let go, and you can write more music on the drive.
I would not do that in Saskatchewan.
Man, I
I would not use autopilot in Saskatchewan.
Dude, so
Hell no.
somebody there's I won't give out names, but somebody in Saskatoon had a few people in Saskatoon have Teslas, but they were like 2 blocks away from their vehicle, from the Tesla,
Mhm.
and they were like, check this out. Brought up the app on their phone,
Oh,
hit
yeah.
a button, and like the car
Yep.
drove itself right to where they were standing and picked them up.
Yep.
So it like drove 2 blocks all by itself in Saskatoon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want one so bad.
That's cool because no one's
That's
in there.
cool.
So it's whatever. If it crashes, it crashes. But if you have the autopilot on and you're writing your music and whatever, and you're not paying attention to the road, I mean, in Saskatchewan, it's either you have a line or you don't.
That's true.
And
Like
then
you
the car
still,
just-
I wouldn't recommend doing that. I'm just saying that you could do
You
that.
could, yeah.
You have to I think touch the steering wheel every 30 seconds to show that you're like still aware.
Paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can a water bottle you can shove in the corner of the steering wheel, and then it thinks that you're holding the wheel. So you can get around that.
Yeah, but how would it turn? If you
Or
got
it's on
it jammed.
autopilot.
Yeah, but if you got a water bottle jammed in there, it's not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, it'll keep going. It'll steer
Mm.
itself. Just YouTube it.
I want to test drive one so bad. But anyways,
I wish it was like a bigger Tesla, because when we're touring,
yeah, you got all your gear
all the gear, all the stuff. You're like, yeah, wish it was like wagon,
Well,
Tesla, whatever. You just put the stuff in.
Well, if you have the
Just
model,
snap,
just hit
Yeah.
the autopilot to meet you in
Yeah.
Toronto and fly there, and then the vehicle will just show up.
There you go. That's a good one. Yeah.
but the because there's no engine in the front, that's where all your space is. So I think they're pretty roomy.
It could be, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but I doubt for a drum kit, congas, and sound system.
Yeah, you might need 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, each driving one.
Yeah.
Just get them wrapped
Yeah.
with your face on it too. So you got this little convoy of
Yeah.
Teslas going with your
Oh,
face
there's
on
Cristian and his
it.
band.
Yeah,
Yeah, right there. Yeah, more of them. Yep. Yep.
dude, I like it. I think you should do it.
Yeah, it should be good. Let's hope for some promoter is listening to this, and is gonna send you some Tesla.
Some Teslas. Just get a
Hey,
Tesla sponsorship.
Just try,
Yeah, dude.
sponsorship. Just do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, Elon,
Right.
if you're listening.
Elon is
Are-
definitely listening right now.
So
Yeah.
is Nathan and Raphael, are they going to be performing with you when you come out this way again?
No, unfortunate, no this time, because Rafael he moved to Toronto for a year. Well, he's gonna move in September. He's doing a master's degree, so he's going back to study for a year. And Nathan, he started like a new job, and just starting like same September 1st or something like that.
Right.
However, I have people that we, every time I go, down the east, I have to hire musicians. So I have musicians that kind of available and know the tunes, and we've worked around before. So I have a bass player from Mexico called Carlos, Carlos Maldonado, who's gonna be with us. Great, like an amazing bass player, like incredible. Like
Nice.
he plays like also upright bass, and he did his masters at the university in McGill. So it's like it's a great musician, like incredible musicians. And then we have a drum is gonna be William. William, he's from Republic Dominican.
Okay.
Or the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be a,
Yeah.
But we worked before, and it's gonna be cool. It's a different
Yeah.
band, but yeah.
Does that
it's gonna
make
be cool?
Okay, so here's a question for you. So if you've got different artists performing with you each time, that like how is that on you as like for like the main attraction, or for lack of better terminology, right? Like for it being your show, and if you're gonna hit a same venue multiple times with different like other artists, does that affect you in any other way? Like, does that change the vibe of the show at all, or is it pretty consistent in like this?
No, it's pretty consistent. It's like we try to do obviously each musician has their own kind of energy and vibe, and they each bring a different thing to the performance, but we try to do, we have all these charts, all the recordings, so try to be as consistent as music wise, performing the same type of music, so there's the major idea, or the basic idea of the music is there, and I think for me anyway, I think I love to play with different artists because I learn so much every time. It is when people come and play your songs, they have an understanding of the song that is different than one the other musician had. So that opens many possibilities. Many, let's attack this song this way. Let's work on this song this way. And for me, it's amazing. And I haven't had any problems with promoters on that, because I think I always bring great musicians, like great performance players, with me, and so that keeps the level of the performance, better, on a good stand,
For sure.
So I've never seen a problem with that. And for me, the better the musicians, the easier it is for me, less thing I have to worry about it, I have to play my thing. I get to interact with people. I get to, work with the audience and try to tell the story a little bit, make them laugh a little bit, and continue on,
Yes.
So let's say that's good.
Dude, 100%. I can't wait to see you perform again, man. I had a really good time. I do want to talk about merchandise a little bit with you, because at the show that we saw you, I saw you were slinging some Colombian coffee there. I believe it was Colombian coffee, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? I think that's a brilliant idea.
Did you have some?
Oh yeah, I totally have.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I need more, dude. I need more coffee.
For sure.
You have to come back.
So one of the main, articles we bring, is for pardon. The main things we bring when we on tour is coffee. And there is my family has a farm in Colombia. They don't produce any coffee, but the neighbors, they have a big coffee plantation that they sell, regularly to different countries. There's like, fair trade and all the, but what they do is they send us like a box with coffee every 2-3 months. That's what we have as a merchandise. So it's the actual coffee directly from Colombia, and then here we have someone that they put them in bags and put the tags.
Right.
And that's the way it is. But I think it's a good way of, putting the cultural aspect into the people's mind.
It's brilliant.
When I came to Canada, the first thing, every time I said, "Oh, where are you from?" I'm from Colombia. People would say, "Oh, so did you bring anything?" So in my mind, I was like, "Are you talking about coffee? What are you talking about?" But no, they're not talking about coffee. They're talking about cocaine, you know, or
Yeah,
drugs,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
So I was like, I need to change that perception, you know, like I need to, you know. So I made a song, you know, talks about it, that says, you know, back in the day when there were all these problems with the mafias and stuff in Colombia, they were, um, you know, they made they want to talk to the people that will farm, you know, the amapola, or the, you know, they will farm the plants to do that. And for them, it was, well, if I make coffee or bananas, or if I make oranges, you know, if I put a plant that in my farm, the chance that I will sell those is slight minor than if I, you know, plant, you know, any other thing, you know. So, so, you know, by going through that, I discovered that, you know, some people will do that, will plant the stuff, even if it was illegal, because there was a certainty that they will be, you know, a pay at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
And
Supply and
it wasn't,
demand.
yeah, exactly. But it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna make super rich because the farmers, they won't make that money, you know. There's the traffickers that they want, they do the money with that. So yeah, so when I came in, it was like, oh man, you know, if people knew that some people have to produce, have to do that because they need to survive, and if it was not enough people buying it, it wouldn't be a good, you know, business. You know, it wouldn't be a business, you know. And that's one point. The second point is like, no, I want people to remember Colombia because of the great music and because of a good coffee, you know, because, you know, Colombia is the producer of coffee, you know, number one producer of coffee in the world, you know.
Yeah.
And different, for different regions now, there's also many other coffee regions around the world, but Colombian coffee is very well known and very, you know, I want people to remember, you know, oh, you come from Colombia, you know, the coffee, you know, that,
Yeah.
anything else, you know, anything
Yeah.
else. So and also, well, we have a lesser problem with consumption, you know, with drug consumption in Colombia than there is, you know, in North America, you know. So
Right.
I think people, you know, people consume, but not as much as
Yeah.
northern, you know. So I think the tag, you know,
Yeah. The perception of
the
yeah, yeah.
perception should not be, oh yeah, well, you're a producer and you should be, you know, the bad guy, but well, you're the consumer, you know.
Yeah,
So, you
that's
know,
right.
thank you, but the consumer, you know, it's like, you're the consumer, you know.
Hell
It's like
yeah,
if you
dude.
say to, you know, okay, well,
if you stop
that,
buying, I won't
Yeah,
produce. So
that's
yeah,
exactly
exactly.
it.
And then, you know, and then for those people that produce it, is like, oh well, they're not multimillionaires. No, they're just, they want to produce their land, you know, their farm. They want
Yeah.
to do anything and leave themselves. Well, nowadays it's a different story because nowadays it's like it's very more regulated, or, you know, it's less. And I think the business moved to Mexico. Now as we're talking about Mexico, that's what's happening now, you know, less than it is in Colombia. And yeah, so I think that, you know, for me, it's like, well, we should see it as a different perspective. If
Yeah.
someone has to have a tag, like, you know, cocaine or marijuana, whatever, it's certainly not the producers, certainly
Yeah.
you know, the
It's
country that consume.
and it's coffee.
coffee,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
now
it-
it's
and it-
coffee. Yeah,
and
Yeah,
it
not
I
a
works.
love
drug, but it's good.
So
It works for your branding too, because every time we grab that bag of coffee, it's like it's Christian's coffee.
for sure. Does so where what I want to ask is the coffee that you have, is that only available at shows, or can you like purchase that through like do you have a website, or where can
No, unfortunately, because we don't have a importation like permit or something like that.
Yeah.
We can only sell it like at shows as
at
a
shows? Yeah.
merchandising. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's a like a minor.
Yeah.
You know, we don't sell like, you know,
Yeah, you're not
20,000
making
pounds or
yeah,
whatever. You know, we
exactly.
don't make it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, we're really just making the connection with music, and, you know, that.
Yep.
So yeah. However, but that is great. Like, you know, anywhere you see there's a good companies that import Colombian coffee, you know, from the same region. So, for example, we are in Colombia, like the central region, like near Medellin. That's like the coffee zone, because, you know, there's two big mountains. You know, there's the Andes Cordillera, and so the big mountains come in the middle, and then this like little valley, and this all the sediments from the top of the mountain comes down with the rain.
Right.
So that's
Right.
why it's so rich. So that's why anything that's planted there was a lot of coffee, but any other thing that's planted in that region, it's just delicious. It's just amazing because the earth is so rich,
Yeah.
so
Nutritious.
that's why
Yeah.
the coffee is very important. It's very unique because
Yeah.
of the location. Because of the the where it is located. The actual
Well, that's
actual
for sure.
plant. So
That's
that's
beautiful. I
interesting.
love that. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need more coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
for
I'll
sure.
be-
I'll bring some more. I received like a box no longer ago, so
Heck yeah, dude.
I pack that out, and we'll bring some more coffee for sure.
Chalk
Yeah.
me up for a few of them. 100%.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, and we also have like little hats that my sister makes. She's in Quebec, and she made this handmade, like toques. Those for winter.
Yeah. Yep.
So she made those. That's also good. And there's like little bracelets like that. We do. There's a lady from Colombia that she's like a part of organization that does help. Like single moms. With kids. Like
Right.
those like how do you say that? Single
widowed?
families. Like when they have when they are divorced or going through tough times. So they have this organization to help these women to
Yep.
to provide for the families and stuff like that. So they are the ones that make these handmade bracelets. So then we help them selling those. So that's the three items that we sell.
Oh, dude, that's
and shows up.
Friggin'
Yeah,
right.
so
Yeah.
it's
Well,
pretty
and your CDs, of course. I ended up buying a
And the
CD,
CDs.
and I think I don't remember if I got 1 or 2 bags of coffee, but
What kind of merchandise do you have? Well, we have this and this and this. Oh, and CDs.
oh, and CDs. Yeah.
And music. Yeah.
And
Well,
music.
nowadays it's like I feel like people are listening on the platforms more than buying CDs. I still bring CDs with me anyhow, but it's good that we don't have to carry that much. Those many
Yeah, that's
CDs
true.
now. So
Yeah.
Right. Right.
that's also
I'm
good.
definitely
we had a conversation yesterday with someone about CDs, and we came to the conclusion that people buy CDs at shows just to have the CD. They have no.
Well,
Never
that's-
listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
we determined that you're different.
that I'm a special case
Yeah,
because
you're
I'm
different.
buying that CD at your show because I genuinely want to slap it in the CD player and listen to it.
Yeah,
I
but
do
that's cool.
understand. I
think-
also know
think
that
90% of people don't even have a CD player anymore.
Well, and the thing is too is like the amount of money that an artist will make off of one CD sale. Like I don't know how many streams of a song you need to make to make that same amount of
Physical media,
margin.
whether it's CDs, cassettes, records, is still making the artist more than digital
than streaming. And I'm all for that. Like I'll freaking buy all your merch if I could. Like I would. That's how much support I want to give you. You know what I mean? That's the kind of guy that I am. Because I love it. I wouldn't do that if I didn't love the music.
Yep.
I want to support, right? And if that's the only way that I can do that, so be it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. So
that's very important. I think that's we need more people like you, man. Like you too, to support us. That's great.
Well, and like you, man, I anything that I can do to have you continue doing what you're doing, I'm all for it, man. The amount of joy and happiness that your music brings into me in my life, and like sexy times, like, dude, I'm all for it. Keep it coming, man. It's so good.
That's funny, man.
I love it. I'll be a ride or die fan for life, dude. If you hear Cristian's music coming from my house, just
turn around,
go away, dude.
Yeah, just go away. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love it. So good.
Yeah. Talking about the CDs, sorry, I was walking the other day here in town, and then there's a family that goes by, right? And then the lady's like, "Oh, the Cristian de la Luna, blah blah." I was like, "Yeah, well, we saw you somewhere in a show." I was like, "Oh, well, thank you so much." But my brother, who was visiting, her brother was visiting. He's like, he has a CD of yours that he bought in Moncton. He has it with him, and can you sign it for? And I was like, what? Like,
Whoa.
So this guy was somewhere I was touring like 2019. I was touring in like the East Coast, and yeah, so I saw a couple of CDs, and this guy had his CDs with him. So he showed it to me, he was like, can you sign it for me? And I was like, wow, that's incredible.
That
we
is
will
awesome.
not be able to do that with a stream, like sign with the stream.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So that's the guy had it. It was like, yeah, it was very one of those beautiful moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
I
And the fact that he, unless he had it in his car by chance, but the fact that he knew that he was going to your hometown and figured I better bring this CD because I might run into him.
yeah.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. For me, it was like, it was too many questions to ask. I was like, that I was like, this is so beautiful. It's like, no, I bought this CD.
It's good.
It's when
very,
you did it. And I was
100%.
like, wow, man, thank you so much. I was like, wow, that's beautiful, So,
That's
yes.
cool.
Anyway.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, yeah, I want to thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
It was a real pleasure, man. I want you to know that the door to this is always open for you. If you want to come on, just shoot the shit and hang out. Like, the door is open. If you got something to promote, hit us up. We'll be happy to like share and help promote you. September 8th in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan.
Yep.
I'm going to do my very best to help promote that as well. And I want to see you there, man. I'd like to buy you a cup of coffee or buy some coffee off you.
For sure.
Thank
you so much.
Crappy coffee at the venue.
Yeah.
Not like
get you a cup of McDonald's coffee there. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, no, doors always open. So what I'm gonna say with that is, if you can stick around for a couple more minutes, and I want to thank you guys all out there for listening. Check out Cristian, and also, before I let you go, do you have would you have like a music video or a song that we'd be able to use in the episode, or maybe close the show out with?
Yeah, for sure. Well, there's July 1st, we release Acuérdate, and there's a video, like a musical video that's like animate, which was made by an incredible artist in Mexico City. So yeah, like it's in YouTube. I don't know if can you adjust it to it? Can you?
I totally can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So perfect. So it's Acuérdate. If you search me up and Cristian de la Luna YouTube, it's that beautiful video. So that'll be nice to just present it in.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we'll put that in right here to close the show. So thanks you guys for tuning in.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Ann.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Have a good one.
Right. You too.
Se colaba la mañana apresurada en la ventana y el rocío iba esparciéndose de a poco, como rompiendo su cascarón. Al sonar de la campana de las 7:50 yo corría en uniforme, zapatos desteñidos. Tú pasabas por ahí. El rumor de tu sonrisa en mi mirada, al compás de tu mirada, fue suficiente para no borrarse el corazón. Pasamos en la escuela, de las tardes de aguacero sin novela. Acuérdate del tiempo en que yo fui tu vocación. Esas calles que dejaron a su orilla mil historias, maravillas, mil recuerdos que no pasan. años.